How y'all feel out there?
Oh, yeah. All right. Check this out. 1, 2, 3. In the place to be, as it is plain to see. Funky Fresh for 1983. Inside the place with all the bass. He leaves without a trace. And he came here tonight to get on your case. And we are the crush grooving, the body moving, the record making, and the record breaking. And it goes a little something like this. It goes a 1, 2, 3, and we had. Say what? A whole lot of superstars on this stage here tonight. But I want y'all to know one thing. This is my house. And when I say whose house, y'all know what time it is.
Here in moments.
The ultimate gala spectacle.
Holy Mother of God on earth and in heaven at the exact same time. You want a piece of me? You got it!
What's going on, everybody? It's yours truly, Dan Adams, a.k.a. the Soulful Conservative. This is the Super Bowl Sunday edition of the Dan Adams Show. Now, usually on Super Bowl Sunday, I just chill, just like everybody else. But in this case, I'm taking a few minutes here because I have a few minutes. The son is at an appointment, and the wife and the little girl, well, I wouldn't say little, she's going to be, 15 in April. They're doing their thing in Five Below. We're here at the Waterworks Mall here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So I figured, hey, I got a few minutes. Well, I'm going to throw down some thoughts, throw down some aggression, and hopefully throw some knowledge your way. Now, seeing that it is Super Bowl Sunday, and people are getting their groove on in regards to tailgate parties and Super Bowl parties and parties upon parties, I just want y'all to know, just be safe. Make sure that nothing happens to you and yours. And I always want to make sure that you don't eat too much, don't drink too much to where you can't make it to work tomorrow. I'm talking to all you adults who have to go to work tomorrow. And for those students who have to go to school tomorrow. Don't eat too much, don't drink too much, keep it all in moderation, and you'll be good to go for your festivities in regards to work and school tomorrow. Now, seeing that I broke down the lesson to learn section of this broadcast, let's go ahead and get down to the festivities. And it's funny, as I'm walking around here, as I'm sitting in my car and doing this. So if you hear a little beep, you hear a little thing in there, you know why that is, because I'm sitting in the parking lot, making sure that yours truly gets his word out, gets his truth out, and gets whatever that is on my chest, that is on my shoulders, off those. So let's go ahead and get right to it. I want to get into a situation where you have, let's see, the left in this country continually going completely, utterly bonkers. Now, I don't know about you, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if you're at the point where if you're going to have any type of open discussion with the leftist liberal right now, it's impossible. A Democrat that hasn't really leaned to the far left, you may have a possible conversation with, but any leftist leaning way to the left, I mean, freaking teetering off the edge left liberal, you cannot have a conversation with them. You will never have a conversation with them. Like I said, I don't care if you have a differing opinion than I. If your ideology is in direct opposition of mine, that's fine. That is fine. And as I'm looking to the right, looking towards my right, and I see this car, there's a car that has a Hillary sign on it. Wow. So they haven't taken that sign off. I guess there must be a really true, staunch Hillary supporter. But anywho, not to get off the beaten path here. If you want to have a civil conversation with the leftist liberal in this country, it just does not going to be in the cards for you, because they are on a path of this sheer destruction. And it's being led by the Democrat Party, the leaders within the Democrat Party. It's not just, some person that's, in the middle of the congregation, if you want to call it, or some person way down low on the totem pole. No, it is, ladies and gentlemen, the leadership of the Democrat Party. Let's start with Senator Chuck Tears for Fears Schumer. And then, of course, you have the lovely Princess Nancy Pelosi. Nancis, that could be like her nickname, Nancy Pelosi, Nancis. But you have Princess Nancy Pelosi, who is the minority leader in the House, and the aforementioned minority leader of the Senate, Senator Chuck Tears for Fears Schumer. So we all know what happened with Chuck at that particular press conference with his hand-picked refugees sitting behind him. With the tears came, I can't believe Trump did this. I can't believe it. Even though, okay, we've had terrorist attacks upon terrorist attacks here in America. Was he crying then? Did he even cry on 9/11, ladies and gentlemen? Did he even cry on 9/11? That's what I want to know. Can someone find some footage at any point that Senator Chuck Tears for Fears Schumer cried for the almost 3,000 victims we lost on 9/11? Is there any footage of that? No. This was all an opportune press conference to continue to wheel out the Moonbat Foundation, Federation, coalition within the Democrat Party. And ladies and gentlemen, like I said, if you're going to continue to roll with this, watch out now, if you're a Democrat and you continue to want to roll with this party, then I'm sorry. If you support what they're doing right now, then I'm not even going to have a word with you. Because granted, if the GOP, which yours truly has railed against for years now, whenever they have not held up their end of the bargain, I've been on them like white on rice. I've been on them like black on black eyed peas. I've been on them constantly, and I'm still on them. Whenever they screw up, or whenever they've done something wrong, I'm on top of them. So don't fake the funk and think that I haven't, because I have. And I will continue to be. Because I don't care what party affiliation you may be a part of or part to. If you're not upholding the law of the land, if you're not, when you put your hand on that Bible, when you were sworn into Congress, that you would uphold the Constitution, and which is funny, as I'm saying that now, all of a sudden now the left wants to bring out the Constitution, which they've railed against for decades at this point now. They want to bring up the Bible, which we all know they haven't cracked that thing open since I don't know when. Booing God at their convention. Really? So we're supposed to just fall out and flare out and just disregard their disregard of the Bible. You kidding me, ladies and gentlemen? You kidding me? Now, here is the thing. Now, why is my phone telling me that it's cooling down? I have no idea. I'm out here almost in the cold, and my phone's saying it's warming up and heating up. Really? Well, as I digress and get back to the point at hand. Ladies and gentlemen, do not fall for it. I know most of you aren't, but do not fall for it. Do not fall for the left's continued onslaught against us Christians out here. And then now they're going to try to make it seem like, oh, they're going to pull out the Bible now in regards to refugees and immigrants. You kidding me? Are you kidding me? And if you haven't gone and listened to my man Alfonso Rachel, his latest Zoloft, go look at my timeline. It's in the past couple of days where I posted his video. He's so eloquently, and I gotta get Alfonso on my radio show, my podcast here in the near future. So memory bank, everybody. Remember to contact Alfonso and get him back on my show. Ladies and gentlemen, don't even go there in the Democrat Party. Do not even try to bring up the Constitution and the Bible. you have basically put that particular Constitution, that parchment paper that Barack Hussein Obama called it, it's nothing but parchment paper. You've put the Bible, which you have, over the years, selectively, what you're doing now in regards to refugees and immigrants, selectively pulled out of your you-know-what to try and support your idiotic stance on refugees and immigrants. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're falling for that, if you think that what they're doing right now is adequately supporting their argument, then you need to sit down and, number one, read the Constitution, and number two, read your Bible. Because none of the stuff that they're doing right now is either supportive of the Constitution or supportive of the Bible. So let's get that out there and perfectly clear. Now, let's move on to another situation in regards to the Trump presidency, not even a month in, where you have idiots in the UN. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Idiots within the UN. Now, you think about it. I don't know exactly the year the UN was established. And I'm not sure exactly when, if it was straight out of the gate, where we've held, housed, and done everything else in regards to the UN here in America, giving them money left and right. Did you see what I posted earlier this week in regards to Obama giving them 92-something million? No, excuse me, 9.2 billion. Well, out the door once again. It was during the year, I believe. But how, like I said, in the article I posted on thepoliticalheat.com, all one word, thepoliticalheat.com, yours truly's website, owner and blogger. Still looking for writers and bloggers. Hit me up at danadams73@gmail.com. Where he kind of, I guess, pilfered, once again, our taxpayer money, $9.2 billion to the UN for his pet projects. And one of them, once again, you see where he did that sneakiness on his way out, hours before the inauguration of Donald J. Trump, tried to skim off $221 million, and Trump put a stop to that real quick. But now, $9.2 billion to the UN, and a lot of it, like $400 million or so, I believe, went to a Palestinian, that's right, ladies and gentlemen, Palestinian front group? Really? So, once again, the Obama administration has stabbed God's people, the nation of Israel, in the back, in the front, in the side, on top, and below. So, for all of you Jewish Americans, and I'm calling you out right now, all of you Jewish Americans who voted for that piece of crap Barack Hussein Obama, he has been sending money to your native land's enemy. And you've known it for years. You know about it now. Where is the friggin' outrage? Why aren't you having rallies and protests? Where are you, Jewish America? Where are you in regards to the person you voted for, Barack Hussein Obama, and his betrayal of your native land, Israel? I don't hear a peep from you, maybe from a handful of individuals. And it seems like you, unfortunately, and the Muslim community here in America are in the same boat. You have a cancer metastasizing within your religion of peace, and I'm putting that in quotes. Global jihad and radical Islam. Now, a lot of us out here who have actually read portions of the Quran can speak upon it, not as a scholar, but just at face value, and say to yourself, really, this is the religion of peace? And I'm not even going to go into that right now on this particular broadcast. But do your research for yourself. Go and find a copy of the Quran and read it for yourself. And decipher for yourself if it's, in quotes, the religion of peace. But as I digress and make this comparison of the Jewish community here in America and the Muslim community here in America, and worldwide in regards to the Muslim community. As I stated last night, with this whole refugee outrage from the left, How is it? And a particular gentleman, and his video has gone viral, and he's been passing it around, and I kind of just piggybacked on it, basically saying, okay, with all this fake-ass outrage in regards to this so-called, they call on the left, this Muslim ban, from these 7 countries on this list, okay, this temporary, once again, temporary travel ban. And granted, I'm holding Trump's feet to the fire in regards to how he implemented this, how he actually put this out. He could have did it in a way that was way better than what he did. I am in agreement of what he's doing. It's just the way that he did it I disagree with. He could have did it a little bit more diplomatically, a little bit more smoother around the edges and how this ban went about. I think he should have had a more prolonged press conference in regards to why he's doing it, what the end goal is. It should have been hammered home a little bit better. That's my only criticism. But the sheer notion of what he's doing, I'm in them 110% agreement. Because, ladies and gentlemen, for these 7 countries that is on this list, these 7 countries, and as the military gentleman who has stated in his video, so eloquently put, these 7 countries, if any of us Americans, run of the mill, yours truly, Joe Schmo, Jane Doe, was to fly over into any one of these 7 countries and decided, I'm going to take a stroll down the market one day or one night. You better believe it. This would happen if you went out during the night. You honestly think that you wouldn't be snatched up, raped, whether you were a guy or a girl, raped, tortured, and eventually beheaded, videotaped, and that would be the next viral video that radical Islamists can point to for recruitment. Ladies and gentlemen, yours truly, Dan Adams, has made it back to the in-house, down in the basement political heat studios, making the transition from the outdoor remote. As you heard from the beginning of the broadcast, I was out and about today and had to end the broadcast to make it back here to end the broadcast, if you know what I'm saying. For those out there that are not getting it, once you listen to it again, you'll understand where I'm coming from. But as I was stating and as I was talking before in regards to the, I guess, maniacal, lunatic thinking of the left here in the country, who thinks that we should just be opening our arms, our wallets, and our pocketbooks to anyone and everyone that wants to come to America. But now, a lot of us out here are ready to rumble. A lot of us out here are ready to take it to the mat, as they say. They are ready to put on the gloves. It is, come to a point, come to a head, as they say. It has come to a point where individuals like me and a lot of us out here have had enough. We're done. We're over it. We're through with it. You can no longer keep pushing our head down into the sand. You can no longer keep trying to push our ideology off to the side as if it doesn't exist. You can no longer keep the silent majority who spoke up in November of 2016. But yet, I guess the left hasn't gotten the picture yet. They still haven't gotten it. Don't know if they'll ever get it. But now you have awakened the sleeping giant, the silent majority, individuals like myself. Yeah, we've been at the forefront for many years now, but now you have taken it to a level that we can no longer take. And we're going to push it right back in your face. And if you keep going down this path of violence, then you are going to surely regret it. Because there are going to be individuals who are strapped legally, who are not going to take it anymore and end up taking your life. And I've been trying to warn you. But my fellow brothers and sisters out here who are legally carrying, concealed or not, if you end up threatening their life, don't be surprised that they take yours. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Super Bowl edition here, February 5th, 2017 of the Dan Adams Show. Like I said, figure I'd just come on and do what I got to do because yours truly does what he does. You know what I mean? But enjoy the football game. Hopefully the Patriots will lose. I do not want to see that everyone wants to see it, but I don't want to see it. That Lombardi Trophy handoff between Rich Man Goodell to Mr. Tom Brady. So enjoy yourself. And as I said earlier in the podcast, don't eat too much. Don't drink too much. You have work and school tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. So until next time, wow, I'm so trying to end this so fast. Let me speak properly. So until next time, God bless you and yours. May He keep you and your family safe. And until next time, God bless. Peace.
Come on, breathe, baby. God damn it, breathe. God damn it, you bitch! You never backed away from anything in your life. Now fight! 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 Right now! Do it! Fight! God damn it! Fight! Fight! Fight!
Well, I don't know what will happen now. We've got some difficult days ahead. But it really doesn't matter with me now, because I've been to the mountaintop. I don't mind. Like anybody, I would like to live a long life. Longevity has its place. But I'm not concerned about that now. I just want to do God's will. And He's allowed me to go up to the mountain. And I've looked over. And I've seen the promised land. I may not get there with you. But I want you to know tonight that we as a people will get to the promised land. So I'm happy tonight. I'm not worried about anything. I'm not fearing any man. Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord.
Fox News Radio, I'm Joe Chiro. The White House struggling to deal with the latest setback for President Trump's travel ban in 7 mostly Muslim nations.
The Ninth Circuit Court has refused the Trump administration's appeal to reinstate the travel ban, and the case remains with that court, as its ruling requests both sides issue responses within the next day. U.S. District Judge James Robart of Seattle, an appointee of President George W. Bush, suspended the travel ban Friday. As a result, the State Department says it is allowing those with valid visas from the 7 countries the travel ban targets to travel to the United States. The Department of Homeland Security says it has suspended its implementation of the travel ban, adding the executive action ordering it is, quote, lawful and appropriate.
Fox's Rich Henson. Visa holders who were turned away due to the travel ban are having better luck today. Cairo airport officials say 33 people from countries affected by the now lifted ban have boarded flights to the U.S. The Super Bowl is just hours away in Houston. New England Patriots owner Robert Kraft says the team is grateful to have made it there, considering the fallout after the Deflategate scandal.
We realized how we were the center of attention, and in some ways, you know, I have a saying that jealousy and envy are incurable diseases, but it's nice to be the recipient of them, not the donor. And I think to some extent that's what happened, and that's part of life, and you have to carry on.
Kraft on Fox News Sunday. Quarterback Tom Brady was slapped with a 4-game suspension. The Pats take on the Falcons tonight at Super Bowl 51. Kickoff is at 6:30 Eastern on Fox. Police in Florida say a 5-year-old girl has been fatally shot and her 4-year-old brother wounded in an accidental shooting by their 8-year-old brother. It happened last night in Jacksonville. You're listening to Fox News Radio, fair and balanced.
So,
2 weeks into the Trump administration, there continues to be division across the nation and in Congress.
With travel ban protests and a perceived warmth to Russian relations, many question the Trump presidency early on. House Speaker Paul Ryan says he feels that will die down.
I think a lot of it can be healed if we get people back to work, if we help get people out of poverty.
But House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi says she has yet to see any job-creating policies from this White House.
When they don't do something, they have a diversionary tactic, a Muslim ban. When that isn't working, they move up the appointment of a justice of the Supreme Court.
Both comments on NBC's Meet the Press. Pelosi says Democrats will work with the president when they see workable policies. Gernal Scott, Fox News.
Many Democrats appear to be supportive of the latest sanctions imposed on Iran by the Trump administration in response to a missile test. Democratic Senator Dianne Feinstein.
I think he is right in this. I think Iran is wrong in this. Let me be very clear. These are not nuclear ballistic missiles. They are not conventional ballistic missiles, but Iran has a lot of them, more than anybody else in that area. And the need to test right now, I think, is very dangerous.
Feinstein on Fox News Sunday. President Trump wrote in a tweet, Iran is playing with fire. There's no Super Bowl without the Super Bowl ball. And since 1955, every football used by the NFL has come from one place, the Wilson Football Factory in Ada, Ohio. The factory's controller, Greg Miller, is excited that their footballs are being used tonight.
We sent out 108 footballs to each team. Of the 108, 54 they will use for practice, and the other 54 they will be used for the game.
The town of Ada, Ohio, kicked off the Super Bowl with a football drop at midnight. It was attended by a couple hundred people. I'm Joe Chiro, Fox News Radio.
Shall we play a game?
Flexing my musical muscle, this hustle as seen as the new trendsetter, ahead of the curve, so superb, top level, superior on the exterior, never inferior, without a blemish, the cornerstone, lyrical terradome. Make sure that your words are corroborated, brainstem functional, recreational, all the madness in the world, bringing it full force, never off course, the horse that I ride, Kentucky born and bred, Gatorade energy with no synergy, no bunny to make this energize, laid out scenarios for you to decide, March Madness, I'm not on the bubble, quarterback extraordinaire, no huddle. Look up in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane, no, it's melodic, changing the game, from the basement to the people upstairs, the brothers with the drums are now so square. Look up in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane, no, it's melodic, changing the game, from the basement to the people upstairs, the brothers with the drums are now so square. On a beaten path, but it still needs beating, reviving the culture you've been mistreating, your soul I'm seeking, just like a missile, whack MCs, prepare for dismissal, feeling the aftermath of the lyrical mistakes made. It's time for a trade, time for bringing it back to the essence. May take some time, some minutes, some seconds, feeling the pressure to uphold the standard set by the pioneers, never fear. So square and melodics on the case, we don't have time to waste. Lay down the foundation for the next generation, filled with the positive, never the negative, ending the era of the bling. Let's see what musical skills you can bring. Look up in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane, no, it's melodic, changing the game, from the basement to the people upstairs, the brothers with the drums are now so square. Look up in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane, no, it's melodic, changing the game, from the basement to the people upstairs, the brothers with the drums are now so square. Who is the one that takes control over any situation left in my creation? Put you on a cinder block, chopping off the top the things not needed. You've exceeded the terms disclosed. Come protected or get exposed. I'm not the paparazzi or the press. I'm here to curb your stress. Always looking to digest, investigate. Keep things simple, don't complicate. Don't need your praise and admiration. Just keep this vibe in circulation. My intuition is unmatched. Take take a second to get it on track. The evidence will purely show. Looking dumbfounded, but now you know. Look up in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. No, it's melodic, changing the game. From the basement to the people upstairs. The brothers with the drums are now so square. Look up in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. No, it's melodic, changing the game. From the basement to the people upstairs. The brothers with the drums are now so square. So square, so square, so square.